How y'all doing and welcome. I am Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining the player. Subscribe. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. Subscribe to the website. If you would like to support a player around here, you can get something for you and them little ugly babies by clicking the Get link on the website. If you like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link's down there in the description. I need you liking, sharing, telling somebody about a player. We try to get the thumbs up over 500 in every show so we can do something to the algorithm. Listen, we got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $, top and bottom. Willie Williams Show, that is the cash app. And if you just so happen to hit that super chat, please don't go over $5 because the player don't know if he getting it or not. They say I get 30, they say that they get 70. God damn it, I think they getting a whole 100. Remember, the midday news show, if you can't watch it with your eyes and you can't use your peripherals and see a player, big word, I hear any goddamn screen. We do got a thing called a podcast on Anchor and Spotify, the Willie Williams Show. Please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. Appreciate y'all. Say good morning, chat. Say good morning, Willie. What it do? I hope that y'all is ready to have y'all a good time. I hope that we have a good show. Hell, I got hope, just like everybody else got hope out here in these streets. The Bronx, New York is in this bitch, silver popping past the leg of these 30 minutes of fire. What it do, say trash talking Tuesday. It say the DFW, Texas is around here, so I hit that thumbs up, coming on up in here. Appreciate that right there. Say the first one on the like button, that's what's up. The 281H time is up in this thing. Say salute Detroit. Say hey, Sugar, the 912 Savannah is in the building. I appreciate y'all for being around here. Say special welcome into the room, Mr. Willie Williams. That's what's up. The 612 is up in the building. The 702 Vegas is checking on there. Say I hit that smash on the way in. Thank you. The 502 Louisville, Kentucky is in it. The 404 is up in the house. California is in the building. Say what up, Willie from Pensacola, Florida. The 857. I hope that y'all already done hunkered down out here. The 863 Polk County, Florida. I hope that you done already hunkered down. They say that the water is about to get wet. The water is about to get wet around here. It's coming. The winds is pushing the water and stuff. The air, like, yeah. How y'all doing? I'm Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This is the Willie Williams Show. This is the midday news show. This is where you come around here to get your news that you possibly would not have seen otherwise. I appreciate that right there. They say our Orlando airport is in operations right now. Say we continue to monitor the status of Hurricane Idalia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Say we do not foresee any significant impact to our operations at this time. And if operational changes occur, we will post about it. Say please check on your peoples. Well, they didn't say please check on your peoples. Please check with your airlines in regards to your flight. If y'all is deciding to leave Orlando right now, you're trying to run away from a little wind and the wet water that's supposed to be coming. But folk up in Pensacola, well, like Tampa, the west coast of Atlanta, the west coast of Florida, from about St. Pete all the way on around there, it's gonna get wet. It's gonna get wet. Listen. I don't know if what day is supposed to come? So Wednesday at 1 a.m. I wish I had my Twitter up so I could have put it up over here for what I'm talking about. But as of right now, it's out in the water. God dog it. I can't do y'all like that. I messed around and had done jump into something that I wasn't even finna jump into. But dog it, I got to talk about what's going on out here. What is it called? A hurricane? A hurricane Idalia. Idalia, something like that right there. All right, bam. This one right here, it should work because it's like accurate right at this moment or something like this. I just need a good picture. I need a good picture of the cone. Bam. Got a good picture of the cone. Put that there up for you. Real quick. All right. Look here. Look at me. Look here. Okay. It's out in the water. It's still in the water. On Tuesday, damn it, tonight at 8 o'clock, it's still going to be not in Florida, outside of Florida. Wednesday, 8 a.m., 125. And it looks like further up from Tampa. But in my mind, it's sometime it could like shift down. So we got to be careful. We really don't know. Don't spend all your money. Don't spend all your money. Get your water bags together. Put them around your house and stuff like that. Go and get a few things, but not like a whole bunch of things to where you have to set like a bill back or something like that. Like you don't want to have to set your rent back. People, please pay your rent. Please pay your rent. I do understand. Well, hell, keep the money because the day is the 29th. Keep your rent money. Keep your mortgage money right now. Like, don't pay it in advance. No. Don't do that. No, you still got a day. Wait till tomorrow. After the storm, see what the storm gonna do. The 334 Monkey Town is up in the building. What's happening? What it do? So by Wednesday, should be like off the coast around by 8 o'clock. So I should be able to go live and do some reporting at 12 for the midday news. I don't think that it will affect us like that. But if it shift down, the show may be canceled. I have no idea. But if the winds is not really doing too much, like if it's like under like 80 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure that I can do a show. If it's like 80 and under, 60 and under, something like that right there. Listen, it depends on the internet and the power. Internet and power is the only way that we can get the message out here in these streets. Just had to update y'all on that in case you was just laying around. Remember, I had told y'all I went to the gas station yesterday and almost had to push a bill back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to happen for you. But if y'all is on that doggone coast, it may be a good idea to go ahead on and get inland. You may want to get inland. Just saying. Where the power will possibly still be on. You know, the water still running right. You still got some internet. You still got some cellular service out here in the street. You may, especially like if you got kids. I know that we don't want to make like the kids soft and all that stuff right there, but kids is aggravating. Without the internet, the kids has got, you really got to be a parent without the internet. And I don't wish that there on nobody right now. You do not want to be a parent with no internet. Because now you got to communicate. You got to have answers. And we don't have answers to every doggone thing. You know, that's why we got that thing called Google it. We will tell a 2-year-old, Google it. Ain't nobody got time to be thinking about questions and stuff to try to help you figure stuff out. Got dog it, you too. You're supposed to already know something. Shout out to Phyllis for the $1 cash app. Say, hey, chat, happy Tuesday. Love you, Willie, love you back. Appreciate that right there. Yeah, oh, man, I forgot. I missed it. But I am going to tell y'all, give yourselves a pat on the back because y'all made it over 100 by 07. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea if that's true, but because I wasn't paying attention, because I was not doing my due diligence, because I was not on my doggone job, I'm going to go ahead on and give y'all credit because this is what y'all normally do. Shout out to YouTube. I am guessing for passing out the notifications so you all can be around here. The 513 Cincinnati, Ohio is late, but I'm in the house. Say, what up, midday news? What it do? We in here. Let's go ahead on and get into this right here. They say, Ben Crump, our favorite civil rights attorney out here in the street. Shout out to Ben. What it do? Get that paper by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's how I'm supposed to say it. What do we got? We have some updates. We have some people. Hell, all right, back it up. Slow it down. Bring it in easy. Ben Crump speaks about the Jacksonville Dollar General mass shooting. We also have a few people who was there, who is going to give interviews. They are giving interviews and they're able to speak on the tragedy that had done happened. I think it was on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. It had done went down. So we got people out of the community that got a few things to say, and then we're gonna go over to what is the beautiful baby name? Angie Nixon. She has something to say about it too. She's, if I'm not mistaken, she's the Jacksonville state representative, District 12 or something like that. I can be totally wrong right now, but she's in politics and she's gonna speak on MSN or MSNBC is one of them MSs, something like that. She got something to say, and we're gonna go ahead on and play it. Say Ben ain't getting paid from this. Bless his heart. See. Sometimes you got to put in some work without expecting to pay though. Just get your name out here. You know what I'm saying? Well, Ben Crump name has always been popping, but it continues to kind of help his brand because he's always on the case, and that's like a good thing, you know. Yeah. A little pro bono every now and then, you know. Let me come out and speak for the family. Let me say a little bit. Let me make y'all really focus on really what's going on, especially about our civil rights out here in these streets. Listen, let's go ahead on and go right to the community. We finna go right to the community, down on the ground. Oh, we have our interviewers down on the ground speaking on what had done transpired. Let's see what we get.
Let's listen to it right now.
Go ahead.
With me, I have Adrian Ross. So, Adrian, can you tell me what you witnessed earlier this morning?
Yes, ma'am. As I was going into Dollar General, I realized I didn't have any money in my pocket. So I went to the store next door. The gentleman that walked past me, his dark-skinned guy with blue pants, walked past me, said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up?" to him. I heard start hearing gunshots. When I turned around, I seen the lady start running, and I also seen him falling back. And so I ran into the store that was next to me. And after I ran into the store, I just seen all the police pull up. They came in, and then I seen the guy that walked past me. They pulled his body from Dollar General, and that's when I realized that he was shot.
So,
is this like the only time that it's okay to what would be deemed as snitching in the community? Is it snitching if we telling on our lighter hue brothers and sisters out here? Come on. Shout out to our Make 60 Look Good Shirley for the $5 cash out. Say $5 Willie Hurricane Relief Fund Challenge. Oh, man, I need that right there. Y'all, because like I told y'all, the water's about to get wet out here, and the wind's going to be like winding. The wind's going to be winding. That's what blowing. Like y'all be blowing. I'm going to leave that alone.
Can you tell me what was going through your mind during all that happening?
Get out the way. Run.
Get out the way.
I didn't know what was going on. At first, it sounded like firecrackers. It started on the other end. It started because I seen the Uber driver ducking and stuff. He was shooting at the cars. But again, it sounded like firecrackers. So again, couldn't really tell it was gunshots until I actually seen the gunman and the dude drop.
One thing I can tell you about his interview, one thing about it, player pay attention. Player pay attention, and his brain can remember what he saw, even if he actually wasn't zoomed in on something, but he paid attention to what he saw. His surroundings, his 12, his 3, his 6, and his 9.
And you live in this neighborhood, correct?
Yes, ma'am, right on Palafox.
So tell me, how does this make you feel, this happening right here in your neighborhood?
I mean, I really don't like it because there's a daycare behind it, and I also got a door at home, so it don't make it feel no comfortable because I know it's a college down the road and there's a lot of kids. Just don't make anything feel safe, but I do appreciate the police and they quit responding.
Ooh, we appreciate the police, our law enforcement. You know, a lot of times we don't get a lot of appreciation towards law enforcement when tragedies happen in dark hue communities. A lot of times we don't. A lot of times we still be mad at the police, even though we needed the police to come and assist. But go ahead.
And you come to this Dollar General frequently, correct?
Every day.
Wow. And it's normally quiet, you know, you just walk in, grab your items, and then go out. Everyone's pretty nice.
Yes, ma'am. Normally, and also the general manager is a great guy. He also carries too. He keep it a lot of safe for a lot of people in there. I just wish he was there today. Could have made a difference.
Stop it right there. Say, oh, chat, OG, and newborns, and in between. Wish a happy birthday to our official WWL's DJ. Uh-oh, all right. Appreciate that. Happy birthday then. What it do? Let's get yourself a pat on the back. We say, Willie, we have a birthday member. That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all for being around here. I sure enough do, being a part of the chat and just being around here to pay attention to a player, listen to a player. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give yourself a pat on the back. You done made a whole nother day. And you almost a Friday. Just stay away from Dollar Generals. You know what I'm saying? And everything should be all right. Did y'all hear what a player said? I didn't know. But listen.
And you come to this Dollar General frequently, correct?
Every day.
Wow. And it's normally quiet, you know, you just walk in, grab your items, and then go out. Everyone's pretty nice.
Yes, man. Normally, and also the general manager, is a great guy. He also carries too.
General manager, great guy. He also carries. I did not know that you can carry as an employee at the Dollar General. I might go get a job. Y'all. Just to be on the clock and carry. You know what I'm saying? Just for that. Not really about the money. Just you know, I can be in uniform again with that thing on me and whoosh them wood out here in these streets. Something like that right there. You say, Willie, Family Dollar is safe.
He keep it a lot of safe for a lot of people in there. I just wish he was there today. Could have made a difference.
Say, well, I'm hiding in the bathroom at work. Oh, to catch this right here. I sure appreciate that. Don't get caught. Be quiet. Shh. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. When they come, listen, when they come in the bathroom, tell them, you still having a moment. You still having a moment. I know they need for you to come on around and complete a task or something like that. No. Damn it, you still ain't got it all the way out. You gonna need a little bit. Don't get caught laughing or nothing. Be careful. Say he just put the general manager on full blast. Yeah, I thought about that right there too. Well, maybe he shouldn't have said that the general manager carries a firearm. That's something that he possibly shouldn't have said. But he do give great interviews. That boy gives some great interviews. I got to give him credit. He probably need to start like a YouTube channel or something. Go ahead.
He said something I missed the first time we aired that. He said the suspect was shooting at cars.
Shout out to I Make 60 Look Good Shirley for the $5 cash app. Say happy birthday to my girl Sonia. Say love you, lady. It was Sonia's birthday? Oh, if it was so, damn it, why I ain't see no name in there? Oh, all right. Happy birthday, Sonia. My bad. Listen, it's a blessing that you're still here. Self, pat on the back, as we always do around here in these streets, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you for being around here. You know what I'm saying? Just have a wonderful day. Stay alive. Stay alive for your birthday. Stay alive for your birthday. You done made it a whole nother year. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. Don't let nobody stress you out. If you got stress, remove stress out of your way so you can continue on a positive path. I think I said something fly just then. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Here we go, y'all.
So we had heard Dollar General in my mind. I mean, because we're trying to unpack this, I had thought.
Did y'all hear what he had done said? He didn't know that Buddy was outside shooting. The player who just did the interview just told us that there was gunshots outside before he even went inside, which we know he shot inside the car. But he said shooting in the parking lot and stuff. Hold on, listen. Hold on, right here.
A difference.
What you say?
He said something I missed the first time we aired that. He said the suspect was shooting at cars. So we had heard Dollar General in my mind. I mean, because we're trying to unpack this, I had thought maybe this was a shooting inside the store. He said they're shooting at cars.
Yeah, he shot at one car. They told us 11. They told us 11 gunshots at one car. But Buddy said that he was shooting out in the parking lot.
As you can see, members of the community right now, hand in hand. City council members, community leaders doing looks like a very large prayer circle.
Other than a parade, this is probably the only time that you can block the road and no one gets mad and the police will help direct traffic. A big prayer circle.
Happening as it stands right now. You can see this is impacting the community just so much.
So you got your THC gummies, go ahead on and chew them on up. Ooh, we may be here a little bit.
Members of the community right there in a prayer circle over this tragedy that has happened outside or in the Dollar General. We're still waiting on confirmation of exactly what happened. And when we do have that news conference with JSO, we'll stream it live on news4jax.com.
Yeah. He did shoot up the black Kia. We know that part, but he was saying that he was out there shooting in the parking lot. I don't know if that's what he was talking about, shooting inside of cars and stuff. Was that just that one car, or was it multiple cars?
We want to get back to a News4Jax reporter, Alicia Hatcher, who is live for us right now, and I do believe has an interview with a business owner in the area. Alicia, can you hear me?
Yes, Scott, I can hear you. Now, I did hear your question when you were saying, did the shooting happen inside of the store? So I just asked that witness again, and he said that before the shooter did go inside the store, he was shooting at individuals and cars outside of the store before moving inside. So
he was shooting at individuals and cars outside. The police didn't really even have that information with the stories that we heard at first, but that's what's up. This is what happened when people is on the ground. We see everything, but we don't see nothing sometimes.
I did want to clarify that for you, Scott, but I also was speaking with a business owner in the area. She doesn't live in the area, but she does own a business over here. I have with me Miss Rita. So Rita, can you tell me how you found out this was happening?
Well, I just logged on Facebook. You know, Facebook tells all the business.
Facebook tell all the business. It's on Facebook.
Before the news do. And I seen it was an active shooter, but I was up here headed to handle business, and I seen the ropes and everything blocking the streets. So I just came over here just to make sure that my neighbors and, you know, just catch up on what's going on.
I know you and people who live in this area, you guys were telling me like this is a quiet, nice area. So why did you open your business over here?
Well, I established my business because for one.
Why did you open up your business, baby? You say, I bet she knows live on Facebook. Hell, she probably was live on Facebook right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to build your social status up sometimes. So players, ladies and gentlemen, when y'all do your interviews, make sure that you, if you're not by yourself and you have somebody that's by you, make sure that you streaming live to your stuff while doing the interview. Yeah, go ahead.
On what I'm paying on a monthly base, it's in the range. It's in my budget.
Stop. Let me bag it up because I did stop it at, I think, like the wrong time, because she asked her a significant question.
My neighbors and, you know, just catch up on what's going on.
I know you and people who live in this area, you guys were telling me like this is a quiet, nice area. So why did you open your business over here?
Well, I established my business because for one, what I'm paying on a monthly base, it's in the range. It's in my budget. And for two, I'm just trying to help the community, you know, by selling vehicles, washing cars, just bringing more energy to the neighborhood.
More positive light.
More positive light to the neighborhood. Since I've been here, I haven't seen anything happen. So this is like my first incident since I've been here. I just moved here a few months ago.
And seeing this, how does this make you feel?
I feel sad, and I'm praying for the family and of those victims that lost their lives, and I'm praying that it wasn't a lot of victims, and I'm praying that hopefully they get the murder.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Rita.
Thank you.
Thank you. She now she sounded a little bit nervous, which is okay. Which is okay because you on the national stage right now. You don't know what your stomach gonna do with you. You know what I'm saying? The butterflies and stuff like that. It happens to the best of us out here in these streets. Somebody had to say, but what is your business? I thought that she was at least gonna shout her business out. You know what I'm saying? To give that free promotion out there. You need that free promotion, baby, and this would have been good for marketing right there and stuff like that. So you could have added in that you have this business, but we also care about like the community, and you could just have this interview showing wow people inside of your establishment, so they be like, oh snap, you was on the news and all. You know what I'm saying? You could have flipped that thing a whole bunch of ways, shout. You know what I'm saying? But she did a pretty good job. That's what's up. That and she ain't have on no bonnet. She did not have on no bonnet. That baby got them braids in her hair. Looked like she just got them slayed and laid. You know, you come on now. That baby beautiful out here in these streets. Go ahead.
And I'm praying for the family and of those victims that lost their lives. And I'm praying that it wasn't a lot of victims. And I'm praying that hopefully they get the murder.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Rita.
Thank you.
So like Miss Rita was saying, a lot of people in this neighborhood is shocked. They're sad. They were telling me they don't deal with much. You can walk out here in the middle of the night and they don't have any issues, any problems. And like I was stating earlier, a lot of these people do go to this Dollar General on a daily basis. They know some of the workers by name, and they're just hoping and praying that everyone is okay.
And shout her out for her natural, but her natural matches her complexion. This one right here. Her natural matches her complexion, and we like that. Listen, we got to be color coordinated out here. It's just when y'all be getting them fluorescent greens and stuff like that, it just don't go with your skin color and stuff like that. Or the high resolution red, you know what I'm saying? The the STD blue. You know, those colors and stuff, it really don't pop with certain hues out here, and we have to be cognitive of the things that we do when we making these type of decisions. Shout out to our Make 60 Look Good Shirley for the $5 cash out. You say, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Willie, did you see Pinky Doll True Color? Yeah, I'm going to talk about that right there tonight. I'm showing up here. Sure enough is, listen, when I tell y'all, these filters, they doing the most. They doing the most. And it's crazy, right? It's crazy about the Pinky Doll thing, because when I was speaking about the Pinky Doll thing, I think was last week, to where her information got out on Google from her OnlyFans. When you watch the video, it didn't dawn on me then when you watching watching her work on film, it didn't dawn on me then, like, her color is different. But that's for later on right there. That's for later on right there. We're going to talk about that right there. But listen, yeah. So we have some more. We have some more people who is going to speak out. But shout them people out who was out there, saw what's going on, and they really do care about the community. We need some more likes. I ain't even know what to say just there. I just like, all right, man. Okay, we got to go to the F's. A, B, C, D, E, F. F, we're going to families. Families. We got some people speaking. Oh, all right, bam. I got it. Perfect. Here we go. Right here.
The other news we've been following for a few days now, 2 days after a racist shooter killed 3 people at a Dollar General in Jacksonville's Newtown neighborhood. The victims' families and friends are telling us about their loved ones. 29-year-old Gerald Gallion, 52-year-old Angela Carr, and 19-year-old AJ Laguerre Jr.
My brother, I never thought I have to bury my baby brother. You know, I didn't even get a chance to tell him I love him before he went. So
I've lost.
So that was, you were about to hear from the daughter of Angela. Andrew Badillo is on
Yeah, we're about to hear from the daughter, but y'all had to cut the daughter off.
your side tonight. He's live in front of a memorial for the victims.
Yeah, Anthony, we're here where 3 crosses are placed just a few blocks from that Dollar General. Gerald Gallion's friends and family held a small vigil here tonight to honor him. And you can see his cross right here, Gerald Gallion, flowers, candles, end racism notes placed here on the ground. His cross next to Angela Carr's cross. She was outside of the Dollar General when she was shot in her car. And then right next to her, AJ Laguerre Jr., the 19-year-old that worked at that Dollar General. And today we learned a lot about these 3 victims from their friends, family, and loved ones, including more about 52-year-old Angela Carr. Every Sunday, the St. Stephen AME Church is where you could find Angela Carr.
The family was raised in this church.
Reverend David W. Green Sr. was her pastor.
She was just a loving, caring mother who brought her child to church.
Joining Reverend Green, civil rights attorney Ben Crump.
The attorneys who are representing the family of Angela Carr, her daughter Amicia Payne.
In his arms, the daughter of 29-year-old Gerald Gallion.
Shout out to CC's World. Say my 88-year-old mom will be here for a month and a half. Say pray for me. Y'all pray for CC's World. Pray for CC World. She's about to go through a little something. You know. Here we go.
My dad, I hurt his leg.
He hurt his leg. That's what we told her at first.
The grandmother of Gallion's daughter, Sabrina Rozier.
They had to tell his daughter that daddy hurt his leg. That's what they had to tell him at first, and then we have to go through the explanation of what transpired, what happens. It's a hard thing when you got to tell a child that their parent is not coming back. That's a difficult thing, but it has to be done. It has to be done. As soon as you is in like a good space to where you can actually tell a child, because you're gonna have to console and continue to explain and explain. You just better be ready for it.
The last time she talked to her father was Friday night, 2 o'clock in the morning while he was at work. And he stayed on the phone on FaceTime until she dozed off to sleep.
The family of Gallion and Carr have hired attorneys. Crump wants to know more about how the shooter, Ryan Palmatier, who in 2017 was flagged by Florida's Baker Act and temporarily held for mental evaluation, was able to buy weapons.
So that means that these families is about to sue. The families is about to sue. And I guess they're going to sue the state of Florida or something. I have no idea. Shout out to C-Note for the $4.99 super chat. Say, Willie, I never seen Lighter Hues have visuals or balloon releases. Why? Damn, that's a good point. Me either. Or me neither is neither or neither. It's one of them. But I ain't never seen it myself. I really don't understand why we do it. I really don't understand. But I guess somebody else can explain to me why we actually do it. Let me back that up just a smidget. Because they want to know why.
The family of Gallion and Carr have hired attorneys. Crump wants to know...
This is the killer. In case y'all don't know, the shooter, killer, Yeah. He off Earth now.
More about how the shooter, Ryan Palmatier, who in 2017 was flagged by Florida's Baker Act and temporarily held for mental evaluation, was able to buy weapons.
Like I spoke on this yesterday, you can get Baker Acted by anybody. If they clear you of not having a mental problem, you won't have a record of having a mental problem. It can be on record that you was Baker Acted. But even they said there was no mental problem that the Baker Active crew found. No. So I see where it's going. And like I had done said, that's really not going to be a good thing just because you Baker Acted that later on you cannot get a firearm. And what they also is thinking about doing that if you are Baker Acted and you have firearms, meaning that you have a mental problem, that's where they're going with it. You have a mental problem that you need to give up your firearms. I don't think that should ever be a law. Especially if you've been Baker Acted and it's not deemed that you actually have a mental problem. But who is to say that you got a mental problem? Like I've always said, people who tell the truth, people think that those people are crazy. Truth tellers is called crazy and weird and conspiracy theories and stuff like that. They are the problem. The truth tellers is the problem. So do y'all know that can fall under a mental health problem? If they ever is pushing to get mental health to take away your firearms, you all better rethink some stuff. I'm trying to tell you, watch, listen to who you're voting for. When they go to speaking this fly stuff to where it take your weapons away because you may have been Baker acted. We cannot let these people do what they trying to do, y'all. We need our guns. We need our guns. Say personality disorders are characterized as mental illness, and I don't think they should be, right? Personality disorder, because we all have a different personality. And if I don't agree with you, you don't agree with me, somebody else don't agree, now a person got a mental illness. It makes no sense. Shout out to Deborah for the $1 cash out. You say got this coaching session. Will join you at 12 noon CST. Is that Central Standard Time? Appreciate it. Here we go.
After he had exhibited mental health issues, how did he get
wrong.
a gun?
That statement right there is wrong, because they never, unless it's something I don't know, they never pointed out why he was Baker acted.
Evaluation was
because y'all also know that should be private. Your medical condition should be private. Am I right or wrong? It's the same argument that people was making about the C-19. My medical is personal, private. You should not know
it. To buy weapons.
After he had exhibited mental health issues, how did he get a gun?
Because he was not diagnosed with a mental health issue. See, it would be a difference if that was the argument. Wow, he was diagnosed with this. But he wasn't diagnosed with anything. He was on the 72-hour hold. Remember? Or have we forgot?
For Rozier, answers may never make sense.
It's senseless.
AJ Laguerre, we did speak with a few people who did know the cashier. One woman describing him as always kind, and if she was ever short on money when she was going to shop, he would pick up the difference. And if you are interested in these three crosses, as well as the mural that we see here behind us honoring the three victims, that would
say he could have went to a gun show. Oh yeah. But watch this. He bought them legally out the store and or ordered online and still had to go to the store and pick it up. See, in the state of Florida, and I hate that they be acting as if because the new law change about the open carry stuff, that now people is not being background checked. I was on I was reading the Griot. thegriot.com, to where they always trying to, the Griot was pointing out ever since that law change, it has allowed people to buy firearms without background checks. A matter of fact, I'm just gonna have to find I'm gonna find the article as soon as I move to this next video while y'all watching this right here. Because listen. When we telling the truth, we telling the truth. I applaud people who's telling the truth and giving out the proper information. But when y'all is not giving out the proper information to try to put people in fear. And the worst part is reading one article and just going with it. You're supposed to always read 2-3 articles, and not 2-3 articles of, let's say, straight Democrats. No, you got to read the Democrat, the Independent, and from the Republican side. Read them all to see what the story is and see who actually lying to you. Because people is really not being honest out here in these streets. Let's go ahead and put this one right here up to where our pimp player out here being Crump giving a full interview. Here we go.
Joining me right now is civil rights attorney Ben Crump, and tonight he is representing the family of 52-year-old Angela Carr, just one of 3 innocent people who died over the weekend. Ben, first question to you, are you getting tired of having to represent all of these families for a problem that no one seems to be willing to solve?
I'm very tired, Dale. It is heartbreaking that on the very day Martin Luther King delivered the I Have a Dream speech 60 years ago, that we would be holding a 4-year-old little girl, having to explain to her how people are still not being judged by the content of their character, but being killed because of the color of their skin.
Ben, how is the car?
Is it a difference of being killed for the color of your skin, or well, is it different for being killed for the color of your skin, or just being killed because somebody just wanted to kill and you end up the one who got killed? I would think that a person just getting killed should just be like the problem, you know, because a lot of us is dying. Hell, oh wait, scratch all that right there. Boy, there's a lot of darker hue folk dying because of the color of their skin. Oh, man, that just hit me right there. I think the spirit working on, man. There's a lot of darker hue folk out here dying because of the color of their skin, and not all the killers is white. Black folks dying every day because of the color of our skin. Shout out to the Fitsim for the $5 super chat. Say hit the like button. I appreciate that, y'all. We got to get these likes up. We got to stop doing. Oh, so because 60 years after Dr. King thing and people still dying after King, I Have a Dream speech and all that, and people not dying because of the content of their character, but they dying for the color of their skin, and that just hits y'all hard or something like that? Really? We play too much. And I think, what about the over 300 and some mass shootings in Florida this year? Well, those wasn't a problem. I don't know, but go ahead.
Our family doing tonight?
I don't know.
Well, obviously they're overwhelmed with grief. They can't believe that this happened to their mother. She had 3 children. She had 14 grandchildren. Also, we represent Jaisha, the Gallon, the daughter of Gerald Gallon, who was the young man who was also killed by this young white supremacist. And their family is struggling. And all these families are struggling. The community is struggling. And the question is, Dale, how many more before our leaders finally will take steps to lead and quit condoning white supremacy and start to pass common sense gun legislation?
There you go with that word. Who is condoning white supremacy? What politician is outright condoning white supremacy? Now, do we have some politicians who may condone white supremacy behind closed doors? Yeah, possible. But who is saying it out of their mouth? And if they're not saying it out of their mouths, how do you know that they are condoning it? Say the Baker Act means to be involuntary hospitalized when screening exams someone. When screener exams someone in the community, they go voluntarily or involuntary into a hospital. Oh yeah. See, you can call the police on your significant other and say that they acting crazy and this and this. And one thing about it, when you're trying to Baker Act somebody, we typically is going to get upset. We're going to lash out and everything, and that kind of proves that you may have this problem. Think about it. Because you lashing out, bitch, I ain't go no doggone hospital, bitch, ain't nothing wrong with me. And because of the way that you acting, they will see that as a problem and will detain you and hold you for 72 hours. Ask me how I know. Here we go.
That says if you have mental health issues, you should not be able to get a gun, especially not an assault weapon.
So, if you have a mental health issue, which nowadays pretty much everything is falling under mental health. I want y'all to really think about this right here now. And like we just spoke about the other day, to where I was saying that the majority of our dog use sisters, if we're going to say that their behavior that we see on the internet, especially dealing with law enforcement, falls under mental health. And I was saying, well, hell, the majority of darker hue chicks act this way, then they should never be able to get a firearm either, right? All right. Just saying.
Ben, we are way past the point of polite.
Yeah.
If you say that leaders condone white supremacy, who?
Well, obviously, you hear a lot of the conservative leadership here in the state of Florida talking about they're going to get rid of teaching of advanced placement African American history.
I'm so sick of y'all arguing about the advanced placement of African American history. Why don't you teach it to your own children? Stop complaining. Teach it to your own children. We care about our kids, right? Teach your kids then.
Saying that it has little to no value. Saying we're going to get rid of everything with diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Saying that
all of that was also because of, let's not forget what was in there. It was also the queer theory and all of that stuff right there that should have not been in there. It is kind of like these laws to where we can see, all right, this will be a good law. But what people do not know is the pork that's in the law, and this is why your politicians will not vote for it, because it's too much in the bill. But then you will look at, oh my God, your politician did not support that bill. That's because you did not know everything else that was in it. I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. We got to be thinking this stuff through. I'm trying to tell you something. Back them up a smidge. Here we go.
Florida talking about they're going to get rid of teaching of advanced placement African American history, saying that it has little to no value. Saying we're going to get rid of everything with diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Saying that slavery, Dale, had positive benefits for our ancestors. So if that's not a dog...
You know, I also thought about that right there, because people have been making that argument of, you know, the positive part of slavery. And I was just thinking, we do know that white folks weren't the only ones who had slaves. I'm just thinking outside the box, because black folks had slaves too, right? So it did benefit some black folk. We're not talking about the slaves itself it benefited. I don't know. But the ones who had slaves, it benefited those black folks there. Go ahead.
Or Wilson to white supremacy, I don't know what is. And literally, the blood is on every person's hands who condones this white supremacy versus condemning it.
So if you condone it versus condemning it, either which way, we're still going to have white supremacists. Whether your politician condones and or condemns, it's still going to be white supremacists. Just like it's going to be black supremacists. Shout out to the Fitz Film for the $2 super chat. Say hit the like button. Say go to a commercial. Listen, I should go to a commercial. Give me just a second. Fresno, California's in the building.
It's the same thing that happened with those 4 little girls who were killed after they bombed the church. You cannot condone white supremacy. You have to condemn it.
Again, if your politicians condone and or condemn, it's not going to change the fact that a white supremacist who possibly may hate black folk, y'all see where I'm going? No matter what them politicians think, if folks going to kill some and they want to kill some, and they have the means to kill some, they're going to kill some. What does that even mean? Condone and or condemn? Because they could come out and say that we don't condone this. But behind closed doors, they do condone it. So what does it matter what someone says about it? It matters about the laws that's being put in place. And can we uphold those laws that's being put in place? Hate is a natural feeling. You right about that right there. Shout out to Jarrell for the $1 cash out. Say some of the biggest slave owners were black women. Uh-oh.
Ben, Tim Scott of South Carolina worked with Cory Booker of New Jersey trying to do something in criminal justice reform. He was vocal on this. He's now running for president. Have you heard from anybody on either side of the aisle, Democratic or Republican, calling you up and saying, we have to fix this problem?
We have not. The White House has called over and over again to try to encourage the Congress to send them a bill that would finally address, the police excessive use of force against people of color and marginalized Americans. But there seems to be a political stalemate. The politicians continue to put politics over people, and we have to look at tragedies like this that happened in Jacksonville over the weekend. And there, you may remember earlier this year in Buffalo, New York, at Tops Supermarket, you had another young white supremacist who, very similar to this tragedy, traveled a distance to find an enclave of black people to kill them.
So, Ben, before
I don't understand how we is like so much more upset at a white supremacist than ourselves. I just will never understand that. This is not back in the days. I do not get it. I do not get it. Somebody got to help me get it.
Let you go. I got 30 seconds left, but I want to put the gauntlet down to you. You are one of the most successful civil rights attorneys in a generation. You're Thurgood Marshall now, 60 years later. What is it about the Second Amendment that stops even you from suing the makers of these deadly weapons? And is there something legally that you can do in a courtroom to stop what we saw happen in a supermarket in Jacksonville?
Is there something that he can do in a courtroom that can legally stop what happened in a Dollar General? The question in itself already has an answer that we ain't even got to listen to, and it's no. But here we go. Oh, shout out to the Fitzhim for the $2 super chat. She say Ben got a line in the middle of his head. Oh, he angry. It might be a little angry little line.
We have to be able to sue them, and the politicians have to quit kowtowing to the gun lobby and allow them to be sued and held accountable for all these mass murderers.
So listen. So now, if we have the ability to sue the gun makers, right? Watch this. Are we also going to be able to sue the hammer makers, the manufacturers, the knife makers, the manufacturers? Are we going to be able to do that right there? Because we just did a story to where a dude bammed a chick and her churn or something. I think that was up in New York or something. He beat him with a hammer. Yeah. We have stabbings all the time. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about a stabbing today. So should we be able to stab the manufacturers of anything that can kill someone? Huh? Because it seems to me that we don't really want to hold the people accountable. We want to hold the manufacturers of products accountable. Shout out to T. Lee for the $5 super chat. He said there does not need to be a AP Black History class because Black is simply American history. It doesn't need to be separated. Facts. I like it. Go ahead.
Without these assault weapons, Dale, you would not see nearly the carnage that is caused by this racial hatred.
So without the assault weapons, and I had them told y'all yesterday, shout out to the people who really go to the range and really practice with their firearms. People who actually go to the range with their firearms and really, really practice, they would tell you they don't need a assault weapon to knock off a lot of people. You don't need the assault weapon. Come on now.
So everybody has to do something. I include myself there, the media. We all
That's a nice suit he got on too, though. I like that.
have to do this. How many more children have to lose their fathers and mothers to this gun violence because of racism?
How many fathers and mothers have to be lost because of racism? The numbers is really not that high for people losing their lives because of racism. I don't even have the numbers. Damn it, I am woke. I am woke out here in these streets. I don't need the numbers to let me know that the number of racially motivated killing when it comes down to black folks, I don't need the numbers to know that the numbers is low. Or do we want to compare the black on black supposed to white supremacy on black? We so much in the uproar. We so much in the uproar when it's other people killing us. I just do not understand. They still trying to push this shit. Listen. People need to be held accountable, no matter who doing the killing. And then again, we need to be more upset that the black on black numbers is high. People would look at me, people would look at somebody as like that's really, really messed up that you done killed like your brother and your sister. They would look at you as worse than an outsider killing your brother and or your sister. Right? Right. Why we don't do it when it come down to race? But we let the people with the PhDs speak and all that fly stuff right there, you know.
And I think you're right. I think that even journalists like myself have to start naming names and asking people to be accountable. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump.
Yeah, but Ben didn't name names. He just said the conservatives. The conservative side. That's what's up. Shout out to our player Ben. I saw something different, though. I saw something different. Listen, look here. Wait. I got to go to my Instagram. This is law enforcement. This is the police who spoke yesterday, had something to say. I really want y'all to listen. Something to say. Remember, this is on Instagram, so the volume will be a lot louder. Here we go.
Grabs a hold of a gun with hateful intentions, it's very difficult to stop that from happening. There was no red flags. There was no criminal record. Nothing. No criminal history. Nothing. Guns, the story is always about guns. The people are bad.
It's the people. Watch this.
This guy's a bad guy. If I could take my gun off right now, and I lay it on this counter, nothing will happen.
Facts. Say it's really bad people.
It'll sit there. But as soon as a wicked person grabs a hold of that handgun and starts shooting people with it, there's the problem. The problem is the individual. When a person...
Bow. Yeah. There you go. Willie, you said yesterday, as we get older, we get more conservative. Facts. Trying to tell y'all something. See, when you're young, you're liberal. You like whatever, because you really ain't got nothing, I guess, to care for or something like that, or you have not created anything or built anything yet, You young and you wild out here in these streets, which I do understand that right there. But once your ass start to live a little bit and you done worked a lot of years and stuff, and you done grind to have something, and you see where people is taking something, people is doing all type of wicked stuff out here in these doggone streets, you be like, you know what? That shit, that's outside. I don't need that around me inside of my home, inside of my little area that I got. Then you go to pushing away from all that stuff. See, I don't mind y'all doing what y'all doing in your neighborhood. See, it's different when it's in my neighborhood. I don't care what you do in your house. It's a difference what I do in my house. The things you do in your house, you can't do them in my house. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to the Fit Sim for the $2 super chat. Say it's the people one more time, officer.
Grabs a hold of a gun with hateful intentions, it's very difficult to stop that from happening. There was no red flags. There was no criminal record. Nothing. No criminal history. Nothing. Guns, the story is always about guns. The people are bad. This guy's a bad guy.
Thank you. No matter what type of laws y'all put into effect, your laws is only going to affect the people who gets guns legally. And listen, he had guns legally and was able to shoot up some stuff. But watch this. The percentage of people with legal guns in killings is real low. It's especially in mass shootings. It's really low. Come on now. The majority of mass shooting killings is people who don't have legal firearms. We know that. But for some reason, one side wants you to believe that it's not that. And that is just so crazy to me. All in the community, when people getting their houses shot up and shit, them people ain't got no legal guns. But if you listen to just one side of the argument, you would believe that, yeah, those guns must be legal.
If I could take my gun off right now and I lay it on this counter, nothing will happen. It'll sit there. But as soon as a wicked person grabs a hold of that handgun and starts shooting people with it, there's the problem. The problem is the individual. When a person grabs...
And do y'all really understand? Non-police officers have been saying that right there for a long time. I've said it also. Hell, Smokey said it. Smokey on Friday. Smokey told y'all this right here. But see, when a law enforcement officer tells you, do y'all understand? You can't argue with a law enforcement officer. Someone who's dealing with it every day. And until you dealing with it every day, you got that badge on and you seeing what's out here in these doggone streets. It's hard to argue. Which it shouldn't even be a argument, because that's just facts. Why is we arguing facts? I really don't understand. Shout out to the Fit Sim for the $2 super chat. You say, can you show them statistics? I don't have them with me. I don't have them. But hold on. Which statistics? As we talking about when I was talking about the mass shootings? The mass shooting statistics? And y'all also know that I think it was said once upon a time that the majority of like the school shootings wasn't even with rifles. It was with the handguns. Shout out to our Dodge Trap for the $2 super chat. You say, Pastor ever seen an AR charged with murder not in their time? Not downtown. It's hard to argue with the law. It really, really is. Now, when our new politicians is coming up and trying to campaign here, and speaking about the Second Amendment, they may want to use this video clip. They may want to use that video clip right there. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Oh, I did tell y'all that we was going to Angie Nixon. Angie Nixon, she speaks out about the tragedy that had done happen. Here we go.
My blood is literally boiling.
Yeah.
Myself and other representatives, particularly Black representatives, throughout the past few legislative sessions, we have repeatedly told him what his rhetoric was going to do. And that is exactly what transpired on yesterday. This is absurd. It's ridiculous. He is one of the causes to this. This is an agenda that he has been pushing since he has gotten into office. He showed us who he was when he initially ran for governor, saying, don't monkey this around, don't monkey this up. Those type of statements, it only leads to things like this. We have...
So don't monkey this up. Was that racial? She said the thing that he was talking about was going to lead to this. But there's been white supremacist killings all across the country. So for whatever that he was running for and the things that he did is the cause of the Dollar General shooting.
Leadership across this state, Republican leadership across this state, who are doing everything to continually attack Black lives, right? They are doing everything to erase Black history. They are...
How can you erase Black history if Black folks still exist? If we are the parents of the kids, shouldn't Black history should never be erased as long as it's Black folks parenting? Just saying. Shout out to Dwayne for the $2 cash out. She say, lighter hues come through our hood selling F y'all laws. Oh, man. She said, F y'all law. I'm trying to tell you, they selling something out here. Do that.
Feeding our children propaganda. All that does is lead to the devaluation of Black lives. This guy, he had no respect for the Black community. He had no respect. And
So why you crying cause a white Why it sound like you crying that our lighter hue brother had no respect for the Black community? One person. It sounds like you about to cry because of that right there. Because he don't like you.
And propaganda. All that does is lead to the devaluation of Black lives. This guy, he had no respect for the Black community. He had no respect. And
so, Black folks ain't got respect for the Black community. Will somebody tell me if I lied or not? Now, let me step it back because maybe the tremble of her voice could be her emotions about the entire situation. I could be wrong about me making the statement. Sound like you're crying that he don't like Black folk. So I just want to back that on up. Maybe it's just because her emotions is boiling about what transpired. Here we go.
Colleagues who are in leadership need to stand up and stop the mansplaining and the gaslighting and the misogynoir and the racist rhetoric that they spew time and time again.
What is misogynoir? I've heard that before. Misogynoir. No, it say massage. Misogynoir. I can't even get Google to come on, y'all tell me what misogynoir mean. I think it's because misogynist is the hatred of men. It is the hatred of women. So misogynoir, what is that?
On the House floor and the Senate chambers. Let's be clear. This is the same state legislature that just recently pass a bill to rename a portion of our roadways after Rush Limbaugh.
So we can't celebrate Rush Limbaugh in Florida? So you mean to tell me the only people names we can put on streets is like presidents and donkey you folk or something? What's wrong with Rush Limbaugh? I used to like Rush. Boy. That dog. I used to listen to Rush when I was working for the sanitation company. Boy, when I tell you, interesting. Man, that was smart. Really, really smart. A lot of people, they hated Rush Limbaugh. But for some reason, they kept listening to Rush Limbaugh. Oh, I knew a few that hated Rush, but they kept listening. Yeah, because it was something different. Something that you did not hear because you just listened to one side. When you go to listen to at least both sides, then you can compare and contrast, you can get a different outlook on life and on situations that's going on in the great United States of America. Shout out to Dwayne for the $2 cash out. You say he could have let up college or the girl he let go. I'm thinking that you're saying that he could have let off at the college or on the girl that he let go. I think that's what you meant to say. I appreciate that right there. Thank you. Facts.
That is what we're dealing with here in the state of Florida. That is why I am so angry. And then we have a very vindictive governor who, if we speak out, we're punished as elected officials. Okay. Along with President
She say how so? Here we go.
McCarty, sat on that House floor when he unconstitutionally came after 2 congressional black districts to remove them. I was placed in a basement with rats.
They put you in the basement. Sugar. Wait a minute. They put you in the basement with rats? So let's see if the interviewer going to say anything about her being placed in a basement with rats.
Because I stood up for my community. I am more than angry. And now there are 3 families that no longer have their family members to come home to. This is here in Florida. Governor DeSantis and the Republican Party of Florida are doing nothing but hurting us. And I am angry, and I will not continue to sit idly by.
Shout out to the state representative, Angie Nixon. That's what's up, our beautiful baby. Out here speaking up. She be on the floor and stuff, having speeches. But I just want to know, what do you mean? Like you was in, like, they put you in the basement, or they sent you to the basement? Did they ask you to go to the basement? And I believe that she said with rats in it. Whoa. Did you stay in the basement with rats? Did they force you in the basement? Because that's supposed to be like a lawsuit or something like that, right? Shout out to the Fitz him for the $2 super chat. He say, will you vote for Governor Ron for president? I probably would. Hell, it depends on what's going to happen with Trump,
For states like Florida, where gun laws are really...
So we just ain't going to question the basement with the rat thing. Go ahead.
Only ever loosened these days, and it feels like, and we know that Democrats are the minority in the state legislature. What do you look for change? I mean, do you feel like the answer's in Washington?
I feel like it has to be a top-down, bottom-up approach, right? I feel that all of the elected leaders need to come together and push out this hateful rhetoric, which has just been exacerbated since around 2015, 2016. I feel that our community members we need to hold us elected officials accountable.
Facts. I'm with you on that right now, baby. I promise you. Misogynoir, the specific hatred, dislike, distrust, and prejudice directed toward black women, often used attribute I can't get it right now. Misogynoir. That's where I seen that at though. Misogynoir attitudes and comments. So the specific hatred, dislike, distrust, prejudice directed towards black women. So what is the thing towards black men? I would like to know that.
Work for you, right? We work for you, and you need to hold us accountable, not just at the ballot box, but year round.
I've been saying that too. We need to hold our politicians accountable all the time, just not at the ballot box. You got a point right there.
You need to push the policies that you deserve, right? And you know, at the end of the day, we need common sense gun reform.
There you go. There you go. Ben said the same thing. We need common sense gun reform. They have been saying common sense gun reform since I think two president cycles ago. Common sense gun reform. What does that mean? What does common sense gun reform mean? I think it's just like a talking point right now, but go ahead.
We do, but also as elected officials, we need to be accountable for the words that come out of our mouths time and time again, for the policies that we push for the communities and families that we are hurting. I have families calling me day in and day out saying they can no longer afford Florida. They do not feel safe. The NAACP issuing a travel advisory, that is real.
That ain't no damn real. I can't take y'all serious. The NAACP issuing a travel ban. Remember, we spoke about the travel ban here. I'm in Florida. What the fuck you mean? The travel ban to Florida. What, is we dying? If something happened to black folks in Florida, like really, really bad, but we don't know about it. Cause we do got like social media and stuff, and people, they would be talking about the things that is happening so much to where you need a travel ban. But remember, the travel ban was because of, if I'm not mistaken, that was because of the LGBT stuff, though, wasn't it? Somebody please remind me. Somebody please correct me. I do believe that's when, damn it. All right, hold on.
That is what's happening in the state of Florida. And yet, time and time again, when I am on the House floor, when I am telling all the folks what's happening in our state, in the House floor from leaders, we get microaggressions. We get, oh, that's not real. But again, you have a governor who cares more about pandering to a base of voters, not even caring about what's happening here in our state of Florida and the 8,000 educator shortage that we have, right? The property.
So you saying that our governor don't care about the education and the lack of teachers and all of that stuff. What can a governor do about a lack of teachers? I know we can incentivize people to become teachers. I get that part right there, because they do need to raise the wage for teachers. They need better benefits and everything. I'm down with that 100%. But outside of that, because we need those 8,000 today, what can a governor do today? Well, what can a governor do today to get 8,000 teachers hired in Florida? And then we have to ask every other governor in every other state, what can they do about a lack of teachers? Let's just say that he incentivized people for coming to teach, right? Bam, bam, bam. But they have to be teachers. What if we don't have enough people with degrees of teaching? How do we get them 8,000 down today? It's hard to get what we ain't got, right? It's really hard to get what we ain't got.
Insurance crisis that we're dealing with. The
insurance is high as hell. Baby, I'm with you on that.
Rising rent cost.
Rising rent costs is across the country. Fact.
No, he wants to be vindictive to black folks because it gives him points in poll numbers.
And he wants to be vindictive to black folks.
No, he wants to be vindictive to black folks because it gives him points in poll numbers. That's what we're dealing with. America, you are in danger, girl. We must stop Ron DeSantis in his tracks. I am not an angry black woman.
You're not? I've noticed whenever that is being said, it's kind of like you telling us that you actually are, but you don't want us to see you as being angry. As an angry black woman. Like, I don't get it.
I am a woman who is speaking truth to power to let you all know this man means us no good.
Certain things that you spoke was facts. I'm going to give you that.
And it is evident by what transpired here yesterday in Jacksonville, Florida.
So she's blaming Ron DeSantis for a white supremacist 21-year-old. She's blaming Ron DeSantis for him going out killing people. That's a hell of a claim right there. What does Ron DeSantis got to do with him so-called not hating, so-called him not liking black folks? He's 21 years old. Who knows how long he has been feeling this way? Maybe he wasn't getting no monkey out here. Maybe we need to blame women and tell them, well, maybe y'all need to start giving these players who ain't hunching a chance to hunch. To take the pressure off, take the stress down, you know. I'm trying to see this travel ban thing because I'm trying to remember the NAACP issued a travel ban for Florida, say in direct response to DeSantis' aggressive attempts to erase black history and to restrict diversity, equality, and inclusion programs from Florida schools. Y'all do know restrict diversity, equality, and inclusion has nothing to do with dog you folk. Y'all do know what they talking about. A travel ban because they're trying to attempts, aggressive attempts. I can't just do y'all like that. I keep forgetting. Damn it, I got the show. Hold on, dog. Because we just can't let it slide, dog. Because we talked about it like, what do you mean like we need to be in fear in Florida though? I don't understand. NAACP travel advisory. All right, cool. And I was just on let me go to the national travel ban, yada, yada, yada. All right, bam. I think I got it. Hold on, let me remove this one and put this one here. Let me show you from their own site. So I ain't got to make up none. The NAACP. May 2023, today, the NAACP board issues a formal travel advisory for the state of Florida. The travel advisory comes in direct response to Governor DeSantis' aggressive attempt to erase black history and restrict diversity, equality, and inclusion programs in Florida schools. So there should be a travel ban to Florida because he's doing some shit about the schools. Oh, he's trying to erase black history. So that's a travel advisory. That calls for a travel advisory. We are in harm's way, right? Oh my God, these people be trying to scare us. I can't take y'all serious. Shout out to Tamara for the fact. Is it Tamara or Tamara? I went to school with a few Tamaras and Tamaras. I sure enough did. Say, hey, sugar. Say, with your fine, sexy, chocolate self. Say, keep giving the babies what they want. Much love. I appreciate that right there. I sure enough do. Sure enough do. You say, what does that have to do with a travel ban? This is my thing. Watch this. The formal travel notice states, and like I said, this is what it was. Florida is openly hostile towards African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ individuals. Before traveling to Florida, please understand that the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contribution of and the challenges faced by African Americans and other communities of color. I ain't even got to read no more. I'm in Florida. Hell, what is you talking about? Oh, but I told y'all, no, this was the LGBT thing. This was an LGBT thing. That's all it was. And we pointed out, we broke it down when I did the doggone show about it. Because it was, damn it, it was all, because they was also talking about doing the things in schools that people was not with. All of this travel ban came out after they was like, no, we're not doing this at our schools in Florida. And it was some LGBTQ stuff. We was not, no. That's when the travel ban came out. Black folks thought that it was about them. Hell no. It was not about you people. So what she just said, and the NAACP, they put out a travel ban. And, all right, hold on.
As elected officials, we need to be us elected officials
in the state legislature. What do you look for change? I mean, do you feel like the answer's in Washington?
I feel like it has to be a top-down, bottom-up approach, right? I feel that all of the elected leaders need to come together and push out this hateful rhetoric, which has just been exacerbated since around 2015, 2016. I feel that our community members we need to hold us elected officials accountable. We work for you. Right? We work for you and you need to hold us accountable. Speak out, we're punished as elected officials.
Oh, yeah.
I, along with Representative McCarty, sat on that House floor when he unconstitutionally came after 2 congressional black districts to remove them. I was placed in a basement with rats.
It was placed in a basement. That should be a lawsuit, sugar. Baby, if that's what happened, that should be a lawsuit. Shout out to the Fitz for the $2 super chat. He say, have you counted one tear on? I think I saw like a little gloss of it when she was talking earlier. I don't know. I just may have to rewind. Shout out to I Made 60 Look Good Shirley for the $5 cash out. She say, just make them watch Roots and call it a day. Damn, it's simple. We should be able to teach our own children. It's simple.
Because I stood up for my community. I am more than angry. And now there are 3 families that no longer have their family members to come home to. This here in Florida, Governor DeSantis and the Republican Party of Florida are doing nothing but hurting us. And I am angry and I will not continue to sit idly by.
For states like Florida, where gun laws are really only ever loosened these days, and it feels like, and we know that Democrats are the minority in the state legislature, what do you look for change? I mean, do you feel like the answer's in Washington?
2016, I feel that our community members we need to hold us, you need to push the policies that you deserve.
I'm trying to get to a certain point.
Right? And we do, but also, as elected officials, we need to be accountable for the words that come out of our mouths time and time again, for the policies that we push, for the communities and families that we are hurting. I have families calling me day in and day out saying they can no longer afford Florida. They do not feel safe. The NAACP issuing a travel advisory. That is real. That is
real. We just showed y'all what the travel advisory said. What was real about it? Yes, them putting out a travel ban, that was real, that they did issue it. But for what it was for BS. it really was for BS. Remember, the United States just put a travel ban on, this is what, a week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks. They put the travel ban on Haiti. Remember that? See, now that's a real travel ban. Because there's a whole bunch of things that's going over there. They don't have a president, like their government thing is in shambles and stuff like that right there. That's a real travel ban. But don't travel to Florida because we, damn it, we're not all inclusive or something like that. I understand. Oh, because he trying to erase black history. Hi, girlfriend. Go ahead.
What's happening in the state of Florida. And yet, time and time again, when I am on the House floor, when I am telling all the folks what's happening in our state, in the House floor from leaders, we get microaggressions.
I don't need that shit. Listen.
My blood is literally boiling. Myself and other representatives, particularly black representatives, throughout the past few legislative sessions, we have repeatedly told him what his rhetoric was going to do. And that is exactly what transpired on yesterday.
I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. You cannot blame no governor for. And here's where the problem is. People don't want to take accountability, and they don't want to place the blame where it's supposed to be at. It's the same thing with parenting. People don't want to place the blame on the parents. Especially the majority of households is not ran by two people, it's ran by one. So obviously we're not gonna, a lot of people will not place the blame, because then you have to place it on women when it comes down to that. When we're arguing that. When we're arguing the downtown takeovers and their kids outside 1 o'clock in the morning, they downtown. It's 10-year-olds, 11, 12, 13. We don't want to blame the parents. Why? Because the majority of the household is led by women. We do not want to do that. We talking about darker hue households. She don't want to blame it on an individual. The individual is the shooter. That's the problem. The individual didn't like people, according to, I guess, they told us about his manifestos. According to him, he didn't like dark hue folk. He wanted to kill the N-words. Got it. We understand. So we have to blame him. She blaming a governor. What? And she's a state representative. She's blaming the governor for people having hate. I want y'all to understand, a lot of people, they do that, they talk like that right now. Because of how this elective official, damn it, I lost my thought. Well, however your elected official believes, whatever they believe, and the things that happen in the doggone community is their fault because of what the politicians believe out here in these streets. That makes no damn sense. It just don't make no doggone sense. Speaking of manufacturing, manufacturers need to be sued, and we're going to sue the gun companies. Well, we got a 16-year-old who done been stabbed over some damn nugget sauce.
More about a stabbing that killed a teenage girl in Northwest D.C. Some new testimony in court reveals this happened during a fight over sauce.
Shout out to Quincy X for the $2 super chat. You say why you only read the first line of the travel ban. That's a good question. That's a good question. The travel ban, African Americans, yada, yada, yada. Let me be clear, failing to teach an accurate representation of the horrors of inequalities that Black Americans have faced and continue to face is a disservice to students and a dereliction of duty to all, said the NAACP President and CEO Derek Johnson. Do you want me to continue to read the whole thing? Because a travel advisory should be that there's something that's going to happen to you if you travel. Huh? This is a school thing. Am I right or wrong? Huh? Come on now. You got to help me out. Because I could sit here and read it all, but this is a show. We don't have time. Or at least I'm not going to put the time into reading this whole thing when I got some other stuff to do, when you can read it on your own. But I just want to read more than just the first line, just to help. Because that was a good question. Moving right along. I don't need much water. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you, though, Quincy. Sure enough, dude. Listen, let's restart that little part right there. Over. A 16-year-old have been stabbed.
More about a stabbing that killed a teenage girl in Northwest D.C. Some new testimony in court reveals this happened during a fight over sauce from McDonald's. Sauce. The victim and the suspect were friends. They were both 16. And Adam Longo has some new reporting on the investigation from our newsroom.
We learned late this evening that the 16-year-old suspect in court tonight, accused of killing this 16-year-old girl, is still behind bars. The suspect is claiming she stabbed her in self-defense.
Yes, that's a girl and was stabbed in self-defense.
Naima Ligon of Waldorf was stabbed twice outside of a McDonald's at 14th and U Street in Northwest. The suspect, according to police, part of a group of 5 friends, including Ligon, who came out for a night in D.C. from Oxon Hill, Maryland. Now, the suspect's attorney in court just after 6 o'clock, arguing to have her released on home detention. The judge, though, not persuaded.
Say, Willie sounds scared. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Ordering her to be held in juvenile detention until her trial on charges of second-degree murder. The judge also specifically prohibiting the release of the suspect's name or any information that could identify her. But we did learn this, that the suspect is homeschooled because of a history of suspensions and expulsion from public school. She lives with parents in Waldorf. Now, here is one of the most head-scratching parts about this story. This fight apparently started over McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. 5 girls, all in the car after getting some food. An argument broke out and spilled out of the car, and that's when Ligon was stabbed. The other girls took Ligon to a nearby Howard University hospital where she died. The suspect, stopped by police, walking alone a block away from the stabbing scene, and had a black folding knife on her. Now, all of this happened on the eve of the first day of school.
The eve of the first day of school. Shout out to T-Lee for the $2 super chat. You say, girls and women are way too violent. Facts. Shout out to the Fitson for the $2 super chat. Say, under 18 domestic love. There it is.
Thomas Johnson High School in Waldorf, the principal there calling Ligon's death a tragedy that has left the school heartbroken. Adam Longo, WUSA 9.
I got to back you up real quick, Pimp, because you said something that pointy.
About this story. This fight apparently started over McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. 5 girls, all in the car after getting some food. An argument broke out and spilled out of the car, and that's when Ligon was stabbed. The other girls took Ligon to a nearby Howard University hospital where she died. The suspect, stopped by police, walking alone a block away from the stabbing scene, and had a black folding knife on her. Now, all of this happened on the eve of the first day of school.
The eve of the first day of school is what I wanted to get him back to. Appreciate him saying that, because it's the eve, let's see, of the first day of school. The eve. Hold on. Let me call that down. It said was allegedly killed by another 16-year-old girl outside the fast food chain in the popular nightlife section of the city around 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Why they outside 2 a.m.? Oh, but what are they, 16? Come on. We was outside at 2 a.m. Yeah. Say who bought them to U Street the night before the first day of school. Say why are the 16-year-old out at 2 a.m.? Facts. Great question. Shout out to Dwayne for the $2 Cash App. He said they only give 1 for $6. Say I be mad too. Oh, you talking about the sauce? You got a point right there. I'd be pissed off. But damn it, they should have been stabbed inside of the damn store. They need to give you more sauce than what they're giving you.
Thomas Johnson High School in Waldorf, the principal there calling Ligon's death a tragedy that has left the school heartbroken. Adam Longo, WUSA 9.
Nah, you say 2 a.m. after the first day of school. No. No, this was on the eve of the first day of school. You're outside 2 a.m. the day before the first day of school. Yeah.
It's broken after all of that. Well, looking ahead to Friday, D.C. police will start enforcing a youth curfew in 7 areas, including U Street, where the 16-year-old was stabbed to death. Kids under the age of 17 will now have to be off D.C. streets from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. on weekdays and 12:01 a.m. to 6 a.m. on weekends. This curfew has been on the books for decades, but police hope a new enforcement push will help stop the violence and keep kids safe. More about
So why they need to be out at 1 o'clock in the morning, even on the weekend? Why is the teenagers outside after 12 o'clock? Bitch, anything after 12 o'clock got their legs open. Ain't that what the old folks used to say? Anything after 12 o'clock got their legs open. Why is your babies, damn it, why is your boys and girls outside? What do we got going on? Let's see. Hold up. I thought I saw something. Oh, maybe our little stud sister. That's what's up. That's what's up. It was girls in the car. We know how that go. 500 shares, 500 shares. Listen, I need your support around here. We should be over 400 with thumbs up. Say a single parent household. I just went to talking about the single parent households, and this is why people don't want to place the blame on parents, because then they know it will affect women if we blame parents. Yeah. Let's see, the 16-year-old. Notice something. The one who did the stabbing, picture is not out. The name isn't out. Well, yeah. Wait, I think they did release the name, but the picture isn't out. Oh, wait. Oh, we got video. For 3 teens after the weekend. All right, bam. We got a little video. Slow me down. Wait a minute. I ain't even know, but here we go.
Good evening. Off the top at 6, 3 teenagers killed in D.C. since Friday. At 6, the suspect in the fatal stabbing of a 16-year-old Charles County high schooler is in court as we speak. The teen killed by the U Street corridor early yesterday.
Let's get right out to Fox 5's Stephanie Ramirez with the latest. Steph, what can you tell us tonight?
Sure, well, an indication of how delicate and serious this is. The judge is still deciding whether to hold a teenage suspect. This is a 16-year-old who was arrested and charged with second-degree murder as a juvenile, among other charges this person is facing.
She was charged with second-degree murder as a juvenile. Oh, wait. So in this case was charged with second-degree murder. Hold on. My bad, I jumped the gun. Here we go.
Charged with second-degree murder as a juvenile, among other charges this person is facing. But this is for the stabbing death of another 16-year-old, both from Waldorf, Maryland. The victim is 16-year-old Naima Ligon from Charles County. Now, today would have been Ligon's first day of school. Her principal writing a letter to the school community saying they would have counselors on hand today. Get a look at this here, the note saying that this is not the news a principal ever wants to share, let alone the day before we start a new school year. The principal of Thomas Stone High School also asking for prayers. A neighbor voiced the pain that many are feeling today.
She was a beautiful person. She's my son's friend. She was the first friend that he met when he arrived here. So it was a shock for us because she's a beautiful person. Listen to your parents, check in with your friends, and sometimes we got to stay away from things we know we shouldn't, people, places, and things we shouldn't be around.
As police say the stabbing took place just outside of the 24-hour McDonald's by 14th and U Streets Northwest. In court today, we learned that a group of young people came to...
Well, why is them pants so skinny? Wait a minute. We ain't gonna let that slide.
McDonald's by 14th and U Streets Northwest.
Boy, what is you doing? Some people may think that you're out there naked. Boy, your pants so doggone tight it's squeezing you.
In court today, we learned that a group of young people came to D.C. for a party before driving to that McDonald's. An argument then started in a...
So they came around there for a party. Remember, the whole thing happened at 2 o'clock in the morning. So listen, mind y'all, if they wouldn't have gotten into this situation, they would have probably been out 3, 4, or 5 in the morning. 16-year-old, school the next day, though.
Car apparently over sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour sauce. I love that sweet and sour sauce, too. As a matter of fact, it make me want to run on up there now and give me some sweet and sour sauce.
Physical fight breaks out. The attorney for the teen charged claiming that the suspect was jumped. But the prosecutor claims that the fight was over when surveillance video allegedly captured that teenage suspect lunging at least once toward the victim. Around the time, we're told, Ligon went back to the vehicle. Now, this was around...
But where's the rest of your tank top at? Where's the rest of his tank top at, man?
2:10 yesterday morning. Ligon was pronounced dead at Howard University Hospital, stabbed in the abdomen and torso. Residents and business owners are furious at the level of violence that they've been seeing around the U Street corridor. One area leader claims that violence spilling over and an open-air drug market deeper into the Shaw neighborhood has forced a number of businesses to close up shop just this past year alone. Another 18-year-old we know was shot and killed about 4 blocks away from this fatal stabbing early Saturday morning. Guys, with regard to 16-year-olds out, we know that there is a juvenile curfew already on the books, but this fatal stabbing also comes before D.C. police are expected to begin their targeted curfew enforcement. And the U Street corridor is one of the neighborhoods that was selected to be targeted, which begins September 1st. So actually this Friday, we'll have...
You say, Willie, that is also a large LGBT area as well. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. A life gone too soon, as people like to say, a life gone too soon. They weren't supposed to die and all that stuff, but, she a little cutie. Alistair's sister. Damn, dog. Damn. Hey, your friends ain't your friends, though. Your friends ain't your friends, though. I know. We be thinking that people was down with us. We really do think that people be down with us. We really do think that right there. But then we find out the hard way a lot of times that people just really not down with us. Did y'all see what had done happened at the high school? Something else happened at the doggone high school. Let me go on and get it together for you real quick. I got to go all the way around to the S's. Come on around here to the S's, baby. Baby. That's what's up. Hold on, we got a shooting. Was it this one? Yep. This one right here. Y'all out here shooting at the football games and stuff. I don't know what's wrong with you people. But there will not be governors and state representatives or none of that right there out there at the school, at the local high school football games.
What is going on?
And this chaos erupted when gunfire broke out at a high school football game on the outskirts of Oklahoma City. A 16-year-old boy was killed. 4 other people were wounded. Authorities say it was an argument between at least 2 men that led to this shooting. Police still searching for what they're calling a person of interest.
It's a pretty large crime scene, and so we have called Oklahoma County in to assist us with that. We have a lot of interviewing that needs to be done.
Well, while they were processing the scene, investigators say they located 2 guns and 8 rounds.
So maybe it's the governor's fault that this here happened, right? Maybe it's the governor's fault that people out here shooting at the school in Oklahoma there. Yeah. Because we don't want to place blame where the blame's supposed to be at. as we see out here in these streets. What do we have? I think the search continues from Mississippi. Let's go to Mississippi then. I forgot what the doggone story is about, but we gonna go there anyway. We gonna go. Oh, okay. I think that we looking for somebody. We looking for somebody. The search continues. The search continues for a missing Mississippi man. Here we go.
All right, Wendy, thank you. Tonight, the search is on for a murder suspect who was out on bond and didn't show up for trial. Investigators say Daquan Pee Wee Hall cut off his ankle monitor before his trial. WREG's Ashley Paul was in Marshall County, Mississippi. She has the latest on his disappearance.
It always makes you nervous, especially if you live by yourself.
It's a story that's shaken Marshall County, Mississippi residents to the point where they don't want to show their faces on camera.
Shout out to Dwayne for the $2 cash app. Say, why lighter hue gay, not flamboyant like darker hue? Ooh, good question.
This man, Daquan Pee Wee Hall, is accused of murder, and tonight investigators say he's on the run. Hall is charged in the death of 43-year-old Frankie Cathy, who was shot multiple times during a potential robbery last summer. He was found dead inside a home in Holly Springs. According to the Marshall County Sheriff's Office, Hall was in jail, but somewhere in the court process, he was issued bond and given an ankle monitor until his court date.
I hope our police department, sheriff department got enough people to help try to find him.
Officials say Daquan Pee Wee Hall has not been in touch with his attorney and did not show up for his court appearance on Monday, so now the search is on to find him, and a bench warrant has been issued for his arrest.
I'm not really concerned because I know how to take care of myself, plus I have pit bull dogs. So.
Baby says she got them pit bulls right there for him. He got them pit bulls, you got them raw eaters. Yeah.
They're very protective.
So while residents aren't necessarily scared, they say they are taking some extra precautions just in case.
Just check all windows, doors, and make everything, be very alert of when I get in and out, and that's pretty much.
Say, Willie here in Florida, make sure you lock your doors and they lock. We got that fire. We ain't playing with them.
What you have to do all the time anyway.
Officials say Hall allegedly told his friends he's not going back to jail and will do whatever it takes to stay out of jail. Okay. He's considered armed and dangerous, and anyone with any information is asked to contact the Marshall County Sheriff's Office. I'm Ashley Paul, WREG News, Channel 3.
He ain't going down without a fight. He say he ain't going. And I believe him. So when we slide up on you, it is what it is, right? Oh, snap. I almost forgot this one. I almost forgot them before I go on and get up out of here. But when we slide up on you, then it's on the popping then, right? You willing to die by it. All right. You know, it be sounding good. A lot of people, they cower out. And they're not willing to die by it after they have us to believe that they is willing to die by it. Let's talk about a good mama real quick. Gonna let y'all go get on up out of here. We over 400. We're over 400. Is we gonna hit 500 this week? Is we gonna hit 500 this week? I need the support round here. Listen. Need support. Polk County, Florida, under a hurricane advisory and stuff like that right there. Yeah. We got a hurricane coming out here in the street. Listen, we got a good mama. We got a good mama that done messed around and said, you not gonna get custody of my baby, or you can get custody of my baby in court. But you ain't gonna get them babies though.
Well, right now in Polk County, the sheriff's office says they are investigating a double murder-suicide after they say a woman killed her 2 children and then shot herself over a custody dispute. Deputies say this happened this afternoon in the Waverly area of Lake Wales. They say a judge ordered this woman, Brandy Hutchins, to turn over her 10-year-old son to her ex-husband, who'd come to Florida from Maine to pick up the boy. But Hutchins was nowhere to be found when it was time to drop the child off. The sheriff's office says when they tried to make contact with Hutchins at her home, she killed her son, her 19-year-old daughter, and then shot herself.
My heart breaks for all of the family. We're devastated for this beautiful 10-year-old child. all because mom did not want to turn the child over to the rightful father pursuant to a court order.
The sheriff says Hutchins had no criminal history or indication of violence in the past. Right now, an investigation into the incident remains ongoing.
That's what's up.
Well, right now in Polk County, the sheriff's...
Again. Yeah, like the 19-year-old was grown, so the 19-year-old wasn't going. The 19-year-old was not going. Shout out to Jarrell for the $1 cash out to say she a Democratic agent out here in these streets. We got to be careful. We got to be careful. The daddy came from Maine. It's to pick up his child. You got to ask yourself this right here. What did the mother do wrong for the father to be able to get custody? Do y'all know how hard it is for a man to get custody? Especially a man that stays out of state. Whoo. Yeah, her body, her baby.
Office says they are investigating a double murder-suicide after they say a woman killed her 2 children and then shot herself over a custody dispute.
So you saying like you couldn't just let the little boy go? You had to kill your 19-year-old too? The 19-year-old who wasn't going. You had to knock the 19-year-old off and knock yourself off. Oh, she probably didn't want to be on child support. Oh, she probably didn't want to be on child support. I feel you then. Yeah.
Deputies say this happened this afternoon in the Waverly area of Lake Wales. They say a judge ordered this woman, Brandy Hutchins, to turn over her 10-year-old son to her ex-husband, who'd come to Florida from Maine to pick up the boy. But Hutchins was nowhere to be found when it was time to drop the child off. The sheriff's office says when they tried to make contact with Hutchins at her home, she killed her son, her 19-year-old daughter, and then shot herself.
My heart breaks for all of the family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to put that one under mental health. But remember, she has no priors. She's never had a problem. A pillar of the community. You know, things just happen.
Devastated for this beautiful 10-year-old child, all because mom did not.
Is a good mama. All because the mom is a good mama. Say Willie speaking facts, say it is virtually impossible for a man to get custody. You have to be a real sorry. You got to be real sorry to lose custody if you a female. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I know some. I know these things.
I want to turn the child over to the rightful father pursuant to a court order.
And a lot of children lose their life because a man win a custody battle and they do not want to give the child up. They kill the children. She's not the first. Been doing these types of videos for years. She's not the first. No, you're not going. Shout out to Mac One for the $5 cash out. You say don't want to lose that child support. That's really what that be. That's what that right there be. Because listen, the 19-year-old can't get food stamps. Not unless the 19-year-old has like a disability or something. It's hard to get food stamps for the 19-year-old up under the mother a lot of times. Let's say, did the 19-year-old fight back? Possibly, and probably like the wrong move. You know, the 10-year-old, shit, but was she on Section 8 or anything? Oh, man, because she could have probably lost a Section 8 if she was on the Section 8. Hold on. Wait. What we got to do? Polk County mother, murder, suicide. Let's see if we can get a story out of this baby right here. Let's see who possibly got like the biggest story. Let me go and put this here up on the screen for you real quick. See who can like give us some more information, because we do need a tad bit more information. 43, Brandy out here 43. Brandy out here 43 refusing to give the son up. Baby, listen, baby, even if you would have got on child support, it's just 8 years, baby. It ain't that difficult. But anyway, hold on. Let's see if they're going to give us any more information than what they is giving us. All right, so they saying at around 12 p.m. on Sunday, the sheriff arrived at a mobile home. Oh, she didn't want to lose the mobile home. Wait, hold on. All right, Sunday, the sheriff's office says that they arrived at a mobile home in the Waverly area, Lake Wales, where Hutchins was inside with a 10-year-old son and a 19-year-old daughter. The two kids reportedly have different fathers. Shut up. You got two different daddies? Oh, okay. So you gonna kill both of them about one daddy. Obviously, the 19-year-old is from another man. You should have been mad at the man who got custody about the 10-year-old, and if anything, just not the 10-year-old. The 19-year-old ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know. You say when the deputies tried to approach the home, they said that 43-year-old killed her two kids and then shot herself. Oh, snap. So she was shooting them. Oh, so we're heartbroken and devastated over the horrible event. Jude said, oh, all right. So we just heard Jude inside the interview. Said, my heart is broken for the family. We are devastated about the 10-year-old son, all because the mom didn't want to turn over the child to the father and all that fly stuff right there. But we need to bounce back one. Let's see who can give us just some more information. We need some more information. Shout out to Kwame for the $10 cash out. Say salute to you, Pippin. I appreciate that right there. I sure enough do. Let's see if Fox gonna give us just a little bit more. Bam, bam, bam. The incident judge surrendered Aiden to his father who lives in Maine. All right. The daughter had a different father and was not involved in the custody battle. His ex-husband was in Florida and appeared in court with her because she did not apparently turn over custody of the child. All right, Polk County Sheriff Judd, we got all that right there. But failed, we got that. Bam, bam, bam. The deputies arrived, we got that. Murdered. You say I can't believe that. We not getting any more. We not getting what we need out here. Click Orlando. I don't. Maybe somebody else give us some more information on a good mama. Missing 3-year-old. Oh, nah, that ain't important. Anyway, I think they is all just repeating it. She failed to do so according to the, all right, the 19-year-old, bam, according to the, okay, the 19-year-old. We got all that. All right, y'all. Nope, they're not giving us anymore. Because the story is still developing. That's what's up. Horrific set of, this was one day ago. This one day, 8 hours. That was Fox News. We clicked on that. And we clicked on all of these videos right here, which did us no good. Let's see what's he gonna say. Anything extra, because I know that his speeches be long. So the sheriff's speeches be long out here. So we never know. He say she didn't want the baby daddy to drag her through the court like she did him. Bam! They had to slide up on her at the doggone mobile home park.
Today, a mother killed her children and then took her own life in the Waverly area of Lake Wales. News Channel 8's Justin Shecker live in Polk County with the latest on this breaking story. Justin.
Jack and Allison, good evening to you both. Sheriff Grady Judd says deputies were called to a mobile home here around 12:30 this afternoon. When they arrived, they made that horrific discovery. The sheriff says the mother shot and killed her 10-year-old son and 19-year-old daughter before turning the gun on herself. He says this double murder-suicide stems from a dispute over custody of the boy with the mother's ex-husband who lives in Maine. The judge directed the mom to bring the son to a sheriff's office district station here in Lake Wales by 6 p.m. Friday, but she never did. Detectives worked through the weekend trying to locate Brandy Hutchins' 10-year-old boy.
I can't imagine a more horrific set of circumstances. My heart breaks for all of the family. We're devastated for this beautiful 10-year-old child, all because mom did not want to turn the child over to the rightful father pursuant to a court order.
That's all they're giving us.
And Sheriff Judd tells us the mother did not have a criminal history and there was no indication of threats of violence in the court records. The sheriff's office will continue to investigate this double murder-suicide. We're live in Polk.
That's a great point right there. Why don't they ever interview the fathers? Sure enough, don't. Hold up. Damn it, I saved something because I saw something. Say now, does this make her a coward? Hell no. That baby's strong. For anybody who is knocking themselves off, you is not a coward. Listen, because we did the definition before right here on this show. If you have knocked yourself off and somebody else off, you ain't no coward because you went through with it. Especially knock you off. You're a soldier in my eyes. Jesus. To do it to yourself. You're a real G out here in the doggone street. I think that I got to see one more. Let's see what they talking about because we need like a new advisory thing. Scared the hell out of me. What's wrong with you people? Wait, hold on. Before we go, and how long is this doggone video?
Just Tony Sadiku. It's Tuesday.
He doing too much. No. Listen, I can't play this whole thing. I'm not got time for that dumb shit. Shout out to the Fitz Sim for the $5 super chat. You say move more thumbs than viewers. Oh yes, it is. They say we appreciate the news coverage on. I appreciate y'all for being around here. Just listen to a player. Shout out to Big Moochie for being a member for 12 months. They say Willie, the 19-year-old, probably was trying to protect her sibling. Mama said, oh, you can get it too. Say if your head don't move out the way, you might be right. You try to protect her doggone brother. Mama just ended it all. Just ended
Afternoon. I wanted to take a moment to provide an update on Adalia for all of our digital.
Oh, Adalia is how they pronouncing it. All right, cute.
Watchers. So we still have a Cat 1 hurricane. Remember, it became a hurricane early this morning. As of the 11 o'clock update, it is still a Cat 1 hurricane, but it is strengthening. The pressure is lower, the winds are stronger, and it's starting to look a little bit better on infrared satellite.
But y'all see all of this red? All of this red be like wet rain, like wet water and windy winds. So even if it does not directly hit you, it will still affect you and your surroundings, and like the grounds may get wet with a lot of water.
In fact, you look closely, you could see a couple of dots of white every once in a while. That is lightning around the center. That's a signal of a strengthening storm, and we expect it to continue to move in at a favorable environment for strengthening and become a Category 3 hurricane by the time it makes landfall in the Big Bend. Outer bands already beginning.
So they done moved it up to the possibility of a Category 3? Oh, Jesus.
To impact parts of the state with periods of showers and storms across portions of the state. So you're going to be contending with that a little bit as you continue to finalize those preps. And I encourage those preps to be completed by about sunset tonight. And that's when you kind of want to hunker down and wait through the worst of the weather. We expect the roughest part of the storm to be late tonight, overnight into early tomorrow, with impacts through the day tomorrow as well.
I'm finna go back to the store, y'all. Say, Willie, do you have an umbrella? I think my umbrella broke in the last storm. Listen, I ain't got stuff fixed from the last hurricane. I got the roof and shit fixed, but I ain't got to be more careful. Jesus.
All right, so here's the update. As of 11 o'clock, we've got an 85-mile-per-hour storm, okay? So it's a Cat 1. When those winds reach 96, it becomes a Cat 2. We expect that to happen some point this afternoon, and then make Category 3 strength by the time it makes landfall tomorrow morning. It's important to note, 1:30 makes it a Cat 4, so it's going to be close to Cat 4 strength, according to this update, by the time it moves in the Big Bend. You also look at the track. The track has not changed, so we're still looking for a landfall somewhere in the Big Bend, maybe north of Cedar Key, Steinhatchee, maybe just to the east of Tallahassee. Somewhere in that vicinity, they're going to feel the worst of the storm as it.
And the biggest problems is with the hurricanes and all that stuff. It's going to raise our prices again. Listen, this year the homeowners insurance went sky high. All right, you talking about $300, $400, $500, $600 added on to your mortgage. Yeah. The more storms we have, the more that is going to the more it's going to increase, and we are supposed to have like a few more companies who is now coming into Florida, because a lot of companies they dropped all policies and got on up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because of the last storm, which was off of the coast, and it cost people millions and billions or something like that right there. So they got scared and left, but now we got some new companies that is trying to come in and stuff like that, so it can they can have some competition, and competition is great because it brings down prices. But after this right here, price gonna go up again. I hope that y'all are ready for that possible category 3. That possible category 3. Get yourselves together. Get yourselves together. I know in certain parts of Florida you have never experienced a hurricane. Get yourself together. If you're close to the water, evacuate, move, back up. You know what I'm saying? If you're close to the water, back up. Jesus. How many times we got to tell people, it ain't going to hit? All right. It might not hit. All right. You want to take that chance? Okay. But our schools is closed. The schools in Florida is closed. Well, not the entire Florida. I think from like Tampa on up. So all of the counties like Hillsborough, Polk County. I don't think Osceola County, and I don't think Orange County. Merriam County, I think. It just everything like up. From Central Florida on up, I think the schools is closed. I think. Look, Google it, check it out for yourself. Y'all give yourselves a pat on the back, man, because y'all done made it to the end of the midday news. I hope that I done bought y'all some entertainment news today. I said I was hoping that we were going to have us a good show around here in the street. Yep, get your essential products now. Get them now. Get them now. If you got to charge them on your card, go on get them now. You gonna need them. Believe in me, I'm a Hurricane Andrew survivor. You gonna need them. Get your guns and your ammo together. You gonna need them. You gonna need them. Players, prostate cancer awareness around here at the Willie Williams Show. So it's just a finger. So your prostate don't work, your meat don't work. You mess around and lose your little la-la and or your life. It's your choice. You make the call. Your body, your booty. I am here to help y'all Monday through Friday. I'm trying to tell you something. Look here. Damn it, we finna go it on the bounce. Finna go it on the getting up out of here. I'm finna go to the store. And I ain't got no money. I'm going anyway. I'm like doughboy on boards in the hood. I ain't got no money. I'm still going to the store. Yeah, I got to see something. A lot of times you don't know what you need and what you is missing until you see it sometimes. You can do all of the thinking and the writing down and all that stuff, but once you go to the store and you see something, be like, oh man, I didn't even think about that right here. And there it is. That's how we got to do stuff. Say, don't go to Dollar General. I might go to Family Dollar. I ain't going to Dollar General. I don't feel safe. But no matter what store that you go in, you better be watching 23, 6, and your 9 at all times. You better look around. Stop being on your phones at the store. Keep that thing on you. Look around, peep. Shout out to the Fitz for the $2 super chat. Say the hurricane payment. I appreciate that right there. Hell, I need to have a hurricane show at 8 o'clock. I need to have a hurricane relief fund show or something at 8 o'clock that night. Jesus. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. But we're going to hold it together. We're going to hold it together. Man, listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with the player. Remember, subscribe. Everything that the player do. If y'all would like to grab y'all some merch, please go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Click on the Get link. Grab a little something for you and them little ugly churn that you got. I appreciate y'all for being around here. Listen, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. See y'all later on. I done hit that doggone button. I'm out of here. I'm gone.